We are back on another Monday and it's time to look at all the business and personal finance news that matters to you here on Money Time at Money9 English. I am Ajay and let's begin. The monsoon showed its fury on all sectors and the fuel industry was no exception to this. A preliminary industry data showed that India's petrol and diesel consumption fell in the first half of July. Diesel sales declined by 15% to 2.96 million tons between July 1 and 15 as compared to the same period last year. According to data, sales of petrol declined by 10.5% to 1.25 million tons in the first half of July as against the same period last year. The decline was attributed to the monsoon, which spoiled travel plans for many, and the fall in demand in the agricultural sector for running tractors and diesel generators. Meanwhile, cooking gas (LPG) sales were also down by 6.3% year-on-year to 1.27 million tons in the same period. If you're planning a trip to Sri Lanka's Jaffna, then make sure to check out these new flights. Alliance Air is planning to increase the frequency between Chennai and Sri Lanka's Jaffna. Earlier, the airline planned to operate the flight 4 times a week. Now, it has decided to fly daily owing to the growing demand. It was announced earlier this month that the frequency of flights between Chennai and Jaffna will be increased by the Union Minister of Civil Aviation Jyotiraditya Scindia during the Travel Agents Association of India TAI annual convention hosted in Colombo. The next news is those who are looking to gain handsome returns in FDs. Axis Bank has increased the interest rates on its fixed deposits. For amounts below 2 crore rupees, the lender has raised the interest rates by 10 basis points. For tenures ranging from 7 days to 10 years, the bank is offering interest rates between 3.5% and 7.2%. The latest fixed deposit interest rates offered by the bank is 3.5% for deposits maturing in 7 to 45 days and 4% for deposits maturing in 46 to 60 days. The highest interest rate offered by the bank is on tenure of 16 months to less than 17 months by 10 basis points to 7.2%. Axis Bank has said in its website that the new rates will be applicable from July 17, 2023, which is today. Following Axis, IDBI is also joining the FD rate hike bandwagon. The private lender has launched a new FD scheme called Amrit Mahotsav FD. The special scheme will be available till August 15, 2023, which is the Independence Day. General customers can get 7.1% interest on 375-day deposits, while senior citizens can get 7.6% interest on deposits of 375 days. IDBI Bank is also offering Amrit Mahotsav FD for 444 days with 7.65% interest rate to senior citizens and 7.15% to others on all callable fixed deposits of 444 days. From increasing FD rates, we go on to rising lending rates. SBI has hiked the marginal cost of funds-based lending rate MCLR by 5 basis points. The bank's website has said that the MCLR rates will now be ranging between 8% and 8.75%. Meanwhile, the overnight MCLR rate has been raised by 5 basis points to 8% from 7.9%. For tenures of 1 month and 3 months, the MCLR has been hiked from 8.1% to 8.15%. On the other hand, the 6-month MCLR now stands at 8.45%. For 1-year MCLR, the interest rate stands at 8.55%. The MCLR is the lowest interest rate at which a bank can make a loan to a customer. And now it's time to look at some attractive mutual fund schemes. Bajaj Finserv has announced the launch of Bajaj Finserv Money Market Fund. This is an open-ended debt scheme investing in money market instruments with relatively low interest rate risk and moderate credit risk. The scheme opened today, July 17, and closes on July 20. Now, if you missed the last day, then don't worry. The scheme reopens for continuous sale and repurchase within 5 business days from the date of allotment. And now shifting gears to some corporate earnings. Speaking of shifting gears, German automaker BMW Group reported a 5% year-on-year growth in total car sales in India at 5,867 units in the first half of 2023. This comes on the back of record volumes. Its premium motorcycle segment too saw more than 50% jump under the BMW Motorrad brand at 4,667 units in January to June period this year. Overall, It's been a good first half for BMW, selling 5,476 units of BMW branded vehicles and 391 units of Mini. This is in fact the highest ever half-yearly sales in India for BMW. And now some good news on tomatoes. The government has decided to sell tomatoes at 80 rupees per kg after wholesale prices declined across North India. Earlier, tomatoes were priced at 90 rupees per kg, but after a reassessment of the situation, the government decided to sell the vegetable at a lower price. Sales of subsidized tomatoes commenced in several outlets across North India, including Delhi NCR and Lucknow by NAFED and NCCF. This move comes at a time when tomato prices skyrocketed in the last week of June, owing to falling production in key states like Maharashtra and Karnataka. Suppliers were further disrupted by heavy rainfall in states like Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. And FPIs bet big time on Indian bourses. The first half of July saw foreign portfolio investors pouring 30,600 crore rupees in the Indian equity market. This was primarily driven by the country's robust economic growth and strong corporate earnings. If the trend continues, then FPIs in July will exceed the figures recorded in May and June. Back in May, the FPI inflow stood at 43,838 crore rupees and 47,148 crore rupees respectively. As per the data from the depositories, the inflow in the equity market touched 1.07 lakh crore rupees so far this year. Coming to the sectors, FPIs continue to invest in FMCG, financials, automobiles, realty and capital goods. Buying in these sectors prompted the surge in price of stocks, pushing up the benchmark indices to record high levels. That's it for today here on Money Time at Money9 English. Download the Money9 app and stay tuned to Money9 English YouTube channel. Do check out Money9's website www.money9.com. This is me, Ajay, signing off for the last time. Until we bring on a new show, take care and good night.